I'm Mitch Banal, today I bring you another video. Today we are working on none other than the Wolf Scouts. Specifically, I'm going to make these Snow Wolf Scouts. I love that little icon. I'm hoping I'm smart enough to put this on the thumbnail. It is an amazing icon, and this makes the second of the newer kill teams I've done on this channel that come with these little epic kill team logos. There might be a third coming soon. But let's get into it. I hope you guys enjoy. Starting this kit bash, well, I say kit bash, it's more of a build. I am building the Wolf Scouts. I recently reviewed this kit on my channel. I suggest go checking that out. So what I've done is split the sprue into 5, which is all 5 of the members, and I slowly nitpick at each little sprue section to see what I want to add. Nothing crazy, nothing too odd. Building this Fenririan, is it Fenririan? Yeah, Fenririan wolf. I have an older one that I've built. I intend to add to this kill team. As, to be honest, I don't know why you'd have just one wolf, especially a younger wolf, when ideally you'd have an older wolf that already knows what he's doing, because Fenririan wolves are pretty smart by what I've read in the lore, or the lore on them that I've found. So I feel having two, an older one and then a younger one, would be beneficial. But that's my opinion. I know others will disagree, but I like the idea of it. First, we're going to start building this character. I forget which one I started with. We'll soon find out together. I'm pretty sure this is the I'm pretty sure I do this guy as the Wolf Scout. Just plain old Wolf Scout. Oh no, did I? No, I'm pretty sure I did this. Looking like I'm built the librarian, the rune priest, I mean. I have no idea. I did these models a few days ago. So, it's a bit, okay, so yeah, it is the wolf priest I'm doing here. Okay. I just forgot how I built this, dude. That's alright. That's okay, it happens a lot to most of us that record, so. And no, I'm not using a script. I don't like using scripts. Nah. I put on this pelt thing. I love these little these backpack pelts. They look so nice. The stuff, a little plain, but gets the job done. I have no huge complaints with it. The holding the rune is a bit of a odd feature, but I can see how that works. It'd be no difference to holding a pure what do they call it? The ball and smoke. I forget the name of it. But yeah, I agree that this looks mad. I love the fur pelt. Warhammer furs are great. The old ones are better in my opinion, but that's my opinion. I also add the fur shoulder pads because I like the look of them. Attach the only librarian head because I don't know why there's only one. A little variety would have been nice, even if a helmeted head. That would have been cool. Attach on some accessories. I attach a pistol and it would be nice if I stayed on screen. I don't know why I'm all the way over there. That and a pouch. I believe I got that one from the Grey Hunters kit. Grey Hunters? Yeah, Grey Hunters. Next character I build is... I have no idea. I forgot the order I did these guys in. I should have written it down. I didn't, and I couldn't be bothered to write it. I apparently could not be bothered to figure that out. So you make do with what I have. This one is... Is this just a scout? I have no idea. I have no idea at the moment. I'm pretty sure this is the Wolf Scout. That's the plain old Marine. I say plain. Yeah, this is the Wolf Scout. I know everything because I gave everyone a simple backpack. I do swap out that arm for another. Because I actually used that tomahawk axe. I believe it's a tomahawk. That axe hand for the sergeant. My Beastmaster. This is my Beastmaster sergeant. I like the idea of that because that just sounds wicked. I saw it out for the knife. And then give him the half helmeted option with the braided hair. Taking that, and then I built up the sergeant here, which is just the guy on the rock. Frosta, I think it was originally, but I've just called him the Beastmaster Sergeant. And I added this wolf, wicked head that I made from the Magaroth, the Marathoth troll. Oh god, what's it called? I'll hopefully put it up on screen if I remember it. But it's like, it's Warboss on Magaroth. I'm pretty sure it's Magaroth troll. Then I do this less armored variant dude. He's just gonna be the scout. Scout with a sword and a pistol. That's pretty bog standard. Nothing too crazy about him. Though to be fair, a lot of people think, oh, if you're gonna do a sergeant, he's gonna be all pretty. No, he just gotta have a cool pose. That's all I say. As long as he's got a cool pose, he's good enough for me. I do manage to find a way to hang on. Yeah, I do find a way to manage to find a way to put the last fur on the sergeant by just carving away another backpack. My fan's making weird noises. Ah, yes. This one I am making the turning Wolfen. So he's not currently a Wolfen, but he's on the path of, like, turning. So his hands are the Wolfen hands. One's got a glove, the other one doesn't. He is the, communication specialist. I've done that specifically because I believe if you're a Wolfen, your vocal cords would be enhanced so he could shout louder if he needed. But also he's got the little communicator on his wrist that I'm going to put some text on. Best I can. And yeah, that's... Is that all of them, pretty much? Yeah, we got a scout, we got the sergeant, we got the rune priest, we got this dude. So that's 4, and then... And then the bare armed, yeah. So this is the last dude. And then, yeah, dragging back the sergeant. Oh, no, that's not the sergeant. It's the Wolfen. What the hell? I think I forgot a shoulder pad or two. Yep, here we are. There you see it. That's how I managed to get the backpack on. That helm, that like masking, it's an Orky and the Megaroth troll. I'll have it earlier. But yeah, that's my little kill team with the old wolf, Fenririan wolf, and then the pup. I like the contrast, but I like this younger one's fur a lot better. It looks nicer. I'm not a huge fan of the furs on the backpacks, but I like the fur nonetheless. Let's get into painting. Premium color white primer. I use this as a base coat for the entire models. Just adding that shading and that classic white effect of my snow walls. If you're wondering how I did the bases, I literally just took those like what do you call them? The like single figure packs, the little plastic ones. Carved out the back end of one of them and used that plastic because it is plastic glue soluble, so it will stick to the base. Citadel contrast. Space Wolves Grey. I use this as a very liberal coat all over. Liberal? I don't think that's the right word. I can't think right now. Yeah, generous. I just use a generous man all over it. It's just a shade everything, gives it some extra color. Nothing too fancy. I do it to the whole squad. Using Citadel Base Dryad Bark. I block out the fur patterns because I want these wolves to be white on the bottom, brown on top, with the older model being slightly more grey and dark than the new one being more bright and light, vibrant. I'm trying to mimic real-life wolf textures, cut like furs, in age. Wolves, when they get older, their colour fades, they get grey in the face, their nice coats get dull. Army Painter Fur Brown. So that's kind of my base, and as you can see there they are in the background. I'm going to use the same brown I'm using on the faces for the fur, because it is also fur brown. It's just a nice little brighter colour. Actually, wait, do I? Pretty sure I did. I don't know, I keep a list somewhere. I don't know what I did with my list. Army Painter Leather Brown. That's it, I use leather brown, not fur brown. I dry brush this over the top just to give all of them some colour. You can definitely see a lot nicer on the new one, but that's okay. I have to go a little bit more heavy-handed with the leather brown all over everything, but that's cool. I also use the same Dryad Bark on the back pelts, the backpack pelts, to then mimic the fur. Army Painter Desert Yellow. I use a base coat for the blonde. I'm going to do, which is on the Wolfen, on his hair and his beard, the Scout, and I think that's everyone. Yeah, because the Sergeant has brown hair, which is again the same color palette of the fur. Only just more selectively highlighted to a hair standard. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure that makes sense. I have no idea. Army Painter Matte Black. Model color White Glaze. I use these two colors, mix them together, make a nice mid-tone brown, and go over all the runes with it. Simple, easy. Can't go wrong with grey. If you want to go a little bit better with it, add a little bit more, little more highlights with it. Add a bit more grey and a bit more white, and you can just add some little highlights. I didn't because I forgot about it completely and don't really care too much. They're little details that not many people will notice. US Model Air. US Desert Armor. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. God, my head had I had a stroke. I have no idea what happened to me. I just stopped computing. But yeah, I use this as just to cover that mask. I'm sure someone. Yeah, I'll try my best to add the name of the actual kit. Citadel Base Dryad Bark. I use this in wash form. I add a crap ton of water to make a wash, so it sits in the recesses but is not too overpowering. Just to let it dry like that, and add a little bit more tones to it. Just a little bit. I also put I do paint the bones the same way. Anything that's bone colored gets the same treatment. Model Air Ivory. I go over all the areas and brighten it up a little bit. Adding texture and shading to the details. Making the bone look more bony. Nothing too fancy, just try my best to go smaller and smaller with the highlights. I do apologize, I'm stuttering a lot today. Army Painter Dark Tone. I hit all the runes with the dark tone, just to make them look a little bit darker. And highlight the rune, well, sort of shade the rune in the middle. Probably should have done a glow effect on that rune in his hand, but that's alright. Army Painter Skeleton Bow. I dry brush this over the like desert sand, desert yellow, and create this really nice blonde color. Actually, I am genuinely surprised how well this came out. This will probably be my new favorite like blonde hair recipe. This Army Painter desert yellow and an Army Painter skeleton bone for blonde. It looks nice and actually looks blonde. Citadel base Brakna Burgundy. The purple that I did absolutely spill on myself like a doofus, and it just went everywhere. It was atrocious. I don't even know how I managed it, but I did. So I have purple hands until I finish this painting section, and I do wash up my hands, and yeah. I'm surprised I didn't stain the model completely, but managed to get through it. Citadel base Lead Belcher. I use this as the basic shading points of steel and anything that's supposed to be metal. I do mix in some water so it does run a little bit more, so it goes in recesses. I can't give you much more information because that's all I bloody did with it. But yeah, I just go around hitting anything that's metallic, or I want to be metallic, with this, and works perfectly. Army Painter Tan Flesh. I go over to flesh with tan flesh, adding a smaller highlight so it doesn't cover everything but covers a majority of the fur brown on the faces. Solely on the faces. I do avoid scars and everything with this, so to keep them darker. Hands, everything. It's just everything gets this little tiny touch. Well, I say tiny. Army Painter Warlock Purple. I wash this. I dilute this paint a lot with water to make a subtle wash. It didn't come out exactly perfect, but came out perfect, good enough for what I needed. So I'm not complaining too much. I do wipe away a lot of the excess with my finger, just to clean it up just a little bit. Army Painter Barbarian Flesh. I use this as a final highlight for the skin, so I kind of just like touch up everything, try and hit anywhere that it needs a little bit of a lightening up, which is the entire face. But I feel this is like made it more rosy, more lively, like they actually ain't dying in the snow. Probably should have used a blue, but I didn't, so eh. I mean, I'm happy with it. It looks great. I mean, well, it looks great in person. There are some mistakes I've got to do. Citadel base Grey Knight Steel. I use this as a highlighting color for the edges of the blade, like they've just been like either freshly sharpened or have like been scratched on something. That's kind of what I do for this, and hit the steel cables. But yeah, I usually like using this as an edge color because it just looks nice. It's like fresh metal. Well, bare metal. Army Painter Matte Black. Game color Glorious Gold. I use this, mix them together 50-50 to make a dark gold or an older tarnished gold. And I go about pretty much all the details with this. Anything that like could benefit from a little color, extra color, gets it. Belt buckles, the librarian's head thing, his gems. Army Painter Matte Black. I use this in a sort of contrast medium situation, and just hit all the like obsidian daggers the Rune Priest has. I like the look of it. You can't tell me they're not obsidian daggers. They look like obsidian daggers. Like if you've ever seen like I think it was Aztecs that used them. I'm pretty sure every civilization has used them at some point. But yeah, obsidian dagger looks pretty good. Model premium color white primer. I reused the primer from what I used to highlight everyone and douse the bases in them. Anything that's supposed to be like on the icy plastic is getting white, because I'm gonna start from fresh on that, because I had some ideas and it didn't just plan out the way I was highlighting it. So I came back in with this, refreshed the base, and we'll get into working it. Again, how I did the bases was blister pack from the Citadel Contrast Frost Heart. Using the the plastic single character sheet boxes, I just cut off the back end and just used the plastic from that, and you will absolutely cover 5 to, I think, maybe 10 models. You might be pushing for 10 models, but I've got a lot of them, so good enough. Game Color Special FX Frost. This is sort of like something I have not used really a lot of. I've used it once or twice and had varying results. This time I decided to just go ham on it on the bases because I found out that if you use a lot of it, works a lot better as far as I'm aware. So I've just kind of gone ham with it. But god damn it, does it take forever to dry. My god. Unless you have like 2 to 3 days to wait, it is not a good thing to wait for. Using Citadel Contrast Frostheart. That's not Frostheart, that's Army Painter. That's Army Painter. I don't know why I put it as Frostheart. That's Army Painter. Yeah, but Army Painter, Army Green. For the grenades, and that's pretty much it. Citadel Contrast Striking Scorpion Green. I use this for the Wolfen, the Turning Wolfen's computer module thing. He's LED screen because it's the only thing that could use a green. Could I have made a glow effect? Probably. Did I want to? No, the hell I didn't. It would have been a pain to do. Using more using some Army Painter Jungle Green. I use this to highlight the monitor, and the text on there is from the Adeptus Sororitas, the Battle Sisters decal sheet. You just have like text ones. They are so good for these little details. Citadel Contrast Blood Angels Red. I use this for his lens on his optic thing. Thingamabobbert. Robert. I don't know why I did that. I'm stimming. Yeah, I just do it for his lens, and I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Citadel Technical Valhallan Blizzard. I use this technical paint. I love this technical paint. I hardly ever use it, except when I'm working on the Snow Wolves, or a Space Wolf. So this is a great place to pull it out and use it. You'll notice it's a bit more watery. It's because it dried up, and I just added water and mixed it, and it worked again. So that was fine with me. I do place with the Rune Priest. I do try and separate the snow from where his rune is. Game Color Glorious Gold. I do try to make like a path on the Rune Priest's snow, as if his psycho magic is actually forcing the snow apart. That's what I was trying to say. Yep, that's pretty much it. I use Glorious Gold as a highlight color. It just highlights shit. That's it. Nothing fancy. And let's get into the final results. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And check out my Discord down below. I've been trying to build a community, and if you guys join, it helps a lot. Alright, hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!